The Master's Mysteries. Tales of Magical Mastery, Episode 69. Continuing from the previous episode, on the 1,000-foot cliff of Changbai Mountain, a tiger demon was surrounded by a celestial aura and became curious about a cave. Speaking of this tiger demon, it had been cultivating on the 1,000-foot cliff for hundreds of years, yet it had never seen this cave before. This gorge was constantly shrouded in mist, and no one knew how deep it was or what lay beneath. At this moment, it seemed like a fortunate coincidence as the cave appeared before the tiger demon's eyes. Seeing the celestial aura inside the cave, its heart stirred. With such a rich celestial aura, could there be treasures formed from heavenly essences and earthly treasures inside? Or perhaps some other great opportunity? Even if there were none, finding a place with abundant celestial energy for cultivation would be excellent. It must be said that this tiger demon was truly formidable. The valley was over 100 feet wide, yet it leaped down effortlessly. With this leap, it landed precisely on a stone platform next to the cave. As it approached the cave, it felt the aura of the celestial energy becoming more abundant. The tiger demon's heart rejoiced, but when it peered inside, it couldn't see anything clearly. So it transformed into a human shape and jumped to the entrance of the cave. It cautiously walked towards the interior of the cave, but froze shortly after entering. This cave wasn't very deep, and you could vaguely see the bottom. To its astonishment, there was a figure meditating inside. Could there be an ancient immortal within? Seeing that the person remained motionless, the tiger demon gathered its courage and took a few more steps forward. Now, it could see the situation inside clearly. There wasn't only a person but also a fox and a sword. The sword was deeply embedded in the stone, and at a glance, the tiger demon shuddered. It was an ancient divine weapon. Moreover, the person sitting cross-legged showed no signs of life, clearly having passed away for many years. The fox also appeared as a withered corpse. Upon seeing everything, the tiger demon felt like its heart was about to jump out of its chest. Need it even be said, this was undoubtedly the cave of the legendary 500 years ago, where the great god and the eight-tailed spirit fox of Changbai Mountain resided. This was truly incredible luck. According to legend, the great god possessed immortal scriptures and elixirs, and that ancient sword was a divine weapon from ancient times. Not to mention the inner core of the eight-tailed spirit fox. The tiger demon's heart raced uncontrollably. Unable to contain its joy, the tiger demon rushed toward the cave like a maniac, only to be stopped by an invisible barrier. Not only that, but when his hand touched that invisible wall, it felt like he had been struck by lightning, receiving a powerful shock. The force was just too strong, and it forcefully sent the mighty tiger demon flying more than 10 meters away, crashing heavily to the ground. The tiger demon immediately understood that the great god had set up a powerful barrier in the cave to prevent outsiders from entering. But these tantalizing treasures were right in front of its eyes. How could it easily give up? The tiger demon realized that it couldn't break through the barrier because its own abilities were insufficient, and achieving a significant improvement in a short time through legitimate means was impossible. If not the righteous path, there were a few viable options. We know that this goes against the natural order and will incur divine retribution, but we have no other choice. Mountain Cat Spirit said. From that day on, the tiger demon ordered her sisters to descend from the mountain to collect human hearts and bring them back to aid in his cultivation. Ha ha ha, eating human hearts and still thinking about becoming an immortal through cultivation, is he crazy? Black Fox said, and he was right. That tiger demon was delusional. Once you enter the path of darkness, it's impossible to return to the righteous path. How about it? Did you get the news about the great god's cave? Great. I was worried we wouldn't find it. You're finally reliable. At this point, no one could help but admire Black Fox. He may not seem serious, but he always surprises people, especially when it comes to important matters. You knowing won't help. You can't defeat the tiger demon. But just when a few people were rejoicing, the mountain cat spirit poured cold water on their enthusiasm. His true form isn't an ordinary tiger. It's a rare beast that only appears once every 1,000 years. It turns out that the tiger demon is the monster known in ancient texts as one of the 3 tigers converging into one beast. That's why it has gained such profound power. Moreover, during this time, it has consumed many human hearts and become even more terrifying. Since it's a monstrous beast, its strength is already formidable, and now, after embracing the dark path and consuming human hearts, it has become even more fearsome. I don't care if it's a rare beast or not. Those treasures in the cave are ours. Liao Fengyi admired this aspect of Black Fox, the ability to curse without using foul language, speaking frankly. Besides, if we can't defeat it, we still have you. Don't we have a plan? Black Fox changed his approach and turned his attention to the mountain cat spirit. What are you going to do? Suddenly, he struck, delivering a powerful blow to the back of the mountain cat spirit's neck. The mountain cat spirit groaned and then fainted. Black Fox, what are you doing? Duh, I said we're going to use our wits. Liao Fengyi, who wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed, didn't quite grasp the plan. Well, kid, you're really lucky. What do you mean? But Black Fox didn't explain further. He punched Liao Fengyi in the chest and then said something even more confusing. Hey, explain what preparations we need to enter the mountain. All right, you're quite the slow one. Why am I lucky? What do you mean? Can't you all explain it clearly? You'll find out soon enough. But these are stories for another time. Let's not digress and continue with the events of the second day on the 1,000-foot cliff of Changbai Mountain. At this moment, the mountain cat spirit was returning to the tiger demon's cave with a large bundle dripping with blood. I'm back. There was no need to ask. The bundle contained human hearts. The tiger demon didn't need to guess. These were the hearts the mountain cat spirit had taken from the group of bandits. However, for some reason, as soon as the mountain cat spirit entered the cave, she dropped the bundle and staggered, nearly falling to the ground. It seemed like she had suffered a serious injury. Sister, what happened to you? I encountered a formidable exorcist. The other woman in the cave was her sister, and their bond was strong. She rushed over to support her sister. Useless. But the tiger demon didn't care about the mountain cat spirit's condition at all. He was only concerned about those human hearts and came over to grab the bundle. If I don't get those hearts back, I'll devour both of you. After delivering this threat, the tiger demon opened the bundle and started munching on the hearts. In less than half a moment, he had swallowed more than a dozen human hearts. Perhaps stimulated by the taste of human blood, the tiger demon became ferocious. He let out a series of roars that shook the entire cave. After a burst of furious howling, he suddenly turned and rushed towards the cave entrance. The two sisters knew that he intended to use this surge of rage to make another attempt at breaking into the celestial cave. Sister, what are you doing? At this moment, the mountain cat spirit's sister suddenly noticed that her sister no longer appeared weak as she had moments ago. Let's go. We'll follow him. What? Her sister's eyes remained fixed on the direction where the tiger demon had disappeared, and she calmly uttered words that left her deeply puzzled. Sister, are you out of your mind? Following that tiger demon is suicide. Sis, he might kill us. Don't worry, he doesn't have the capability. However, today, her sister seemed different, running very swiftly, and she couldn't catch up no matter how hard she tried. Several times, she almost got left behind. Fortunately, at this moment, the tiger demon's mind was entirely focused on the celestial cave. He hadn't noticed the two trailing behind. After running for a while, he leaped off a cliff. So this is the place. The two sisters confirmed the location and decided not to follow further. They leaped onto a towering ancient tree on the edge of the cliff. The sisters watched as the tiger demon jumped to the cave entrance and roared madly as he charged into the cave. Sis, What are you planning to do? He might really kill us. He could kill us at any moment. Unless we kill him first. Sis, you? Today, her sister's behavior was extremely strange. Normally, she would complain while her sister urged patience. Suddenly, a tragic scream echoed from the cave, interrupting the conversation between the two sisters.